Corporate greed and planned obsolescence, a moral reckoning. Explore how corporate greed fuels planned obsolescence and its ethical impact on consumers, environment, and the sustainability of our products. How corporate greed fuels planned obsolescence and what that means for morality. You ever notice how sometimes your gadgets just seem to die right after the warranty runs out? Like you buy a new phone and a year later it's sluggish, or your printer simply stops working even though it clearly shouldn't. There's a sneaky little thing behind all of that called planned obsolescence, and it's tied pretty closely to corporate greed. Today, I want to talk about how this whole system works and why it raises some serious moral questions. So, planned obsolescence is basically when companies intentionally design products to have a shorter lifespan than they actually could. The goal? Make you buy new stuff more often. From smartphones and printers to clothes and even appliances, this is everywhere. Instead of creating things to last, companies are incentivized to create things that break or become outdated quickly, all for the sake of profits. Now let's be honest, there's nothing wrong with wanting to make money, but the way planned obsolescence operates leans into corporate greed. It prioritizes profits over quality, customer satisfaction, and even sustainability. Imagine a company deliberately using cheaper materials or designing parts that wear out faster, just so you'll need to replace the product. That's not just bad business practice, it's ethically questionable, especially when millions of consumers are affected. And it's not only about inconvenience or buying more products. There's a larger environmental toll here too. Planned obsolescence leads to mountains of waste piling up. Electronics, plastics, wasted materials, filling landfills and polluting ecosystems. All because the quick buck was more important than considering the planet or people's wallets. This makes you question just how far corporate greed will go before it starts causing real harm. One classic example involves smartphones. Did you know that some companies have been accused of software updates that intentionally slow devices down? Whether you buy a new phone or a software upgrade, the idea somehow nudges users toward a new purchase cycle. This is a subtle but effective way of boosting profits under the radar, and many consumers don't even realize it's happening. It's understandable that some might dismiss concerns about planned obsolescence as untrue allegations or conspiracy theory talk. Certainly every company denies they do this deliberately, sometimes pointing to natural product wear and tear. But the evidence and whistleblower accounts make it clear this practice is widespread. Some might label these claims as government conspiracy talk, but the reality is grounded in documented corporate behavior. Even the pharmaceutical industry factors in here to a degree. While not exactly the same, corporate greed shapes how drugs are priced and marketed, leading to issues like inflated pharmaceutical profits. Some companies put profits ahead of patient access or long-term health outcomes, which parallels the planned obsolescence mindset in other sectors. So, what about morality? Beyond just annoying us as consumers, planned obsolescence challenges the ethical foundation of how businesses operate. Should companies be responsible for creating lasting value? Or is it acceptable to maximize profits by limiting product lifespans, even if it means unfair expense and waste for customers? There's also the question of transparency. Should companies openly tell customers their product has a built-in expiration? One way to combat this trend is through laws and regulations that discourage planned obsolescence or encourage repairability. Some European countries have started pushing right-to-repair legislation, which helps consumers fix things without having to replace them entirely. But more awareness and pressure are needed, especially from consumers who might not even know about these tactics. On a lighter note, if you're interested in stories about corporate greed, hidden agendas, and ethical dilemmas, I highly recommend checking out The Ultimate Frame by Andrew M. Semple. It's a thrilling novel that dives into the kind of power plays and moral questions we're talking about, but in an exciting, page-turning way. Discover this novel today at https://bookauthor.com and get pulled into a story that's as gripping as real-life issues we face every day. In the end, understanding the impact of corporate greed on planned obsolescence isn't just about being savvy consumers. It's about recognizing the values we want to support and the kind of world we want to live in. Whether it's demanding better products, supporting brands that prioritize sustainability, or pushing for stronger regulations, the choice comes down to us. All right, next time your phone slows down or your favorite appliance craps out too soon, Maybe you'll think twice about what's really going on and what kind of business practices you want to encourage.